I'll be providing a short testimonial on the multi-actor approach from my perspective of engaging with EIP Agri projects in Ireland. So I'll spend a minute or so just introducing the CAP Network Ireland before moving on to the value and potential of the multi-actor approach. So first, just to say, CAP Network Ireland launched earlier this year, and it aims to champion sustainable agriculture and rural development under Ireland's CAP Strategic Plan 2023 to 2027. It succeeds the National Rural Network, which performed a similar function under the previous Rural Development Programme 2014-2022. So what is the CAP Network Ireland? So I mentioned earlier, we are a national network dedicated to maximising the beneficial outcomes of Ireland's CSP for rural stakeholders. Our members include farmers, advisors, researchers, rural communities, agencies and other interested stakeholders. And through the provision of latest news articles, case studies, publications, events and training, our role is to promote networking, innovation and funding opportunities under the CAP Strategic Plan. So just in summation, our work covers 4 key areas: research, communication and marketing, management and implementation, and also we have a new feature, which is the Innovation Hub, and I'll elaborate on that a little later in this testimonial. So moving on really just to the value and potential of the multi-actor approach and some reflections on the National Rural Network's work with EIP Agri projects in recent times. And as you all know, EIP Agri is a multi-actor approach, bringing together farmers, advisors, researchers, businesses, NGOs and community groups, etc. to form operational groups, which helps to enable the building of bridges between research and practice. So some of the main lessons learned really over the last number of years working in the National Rural Network with regard to EIP Agri projects are listed there below. And first one really is that the most successful EIP Agri projects are bottom up. They're led by farmers who are passionate about the future of farming and the environment in local communities. The second one there is a key legacy of EIP Agri operational groups lies in the networks formed and the communities that have been brought together to work on a shared problem or interest. So fundamentally, these projects are all about people working together. Collaboration with the broader local community is required for any EIP Agri project to make a true impact at a local level. So this involves not only those kind of solely involved in farming, but I'm thinking about schools, community groups, just to ensure that interest and impact is sustained within these local areas. And lastly, there another key point that EIP Agri is more than just an agri-environmental initiative. Of course, it targets the environment and biodiversity, but it also seeks to address a wider range of issues around farm safety, health and well-being of farmers, and succession challenges in farm families, just to name but a few. So here I've just tried to sort of reflect some of the key, I suppose, ways that the National Rural Network promoted EIP Agri operational groups and their work over the last number of years. And Shane and Maura at the University of Galway were a key part of this in the previous National Rural Network project. So as you can see there, just in the bottom left corner, we created an interactive storyboard platform featuring Ireland's EIP Agri multi-actor projects. And we really found that this created a better trust in the EIP Agri initiative as a whole within the farming community. We also created a number of video blog series, which was extremely impactful in giving participating farmers a voice on the ground. We regularly attended events, created publications, and also disseminated good news stories about EIP Agri projects in digital and offline media as well, in order to reach as many kind of people as we could, hard to reach farmers, etc. There is a strong readership in Ireland of traditional media, and this is something we really tried to target as well. So just finally, really to conclude on the value and potential of the multi-actor approach and kind of looking forward at CAP Network Ireland's role moving forward. And firstly there, I suppose we'll continue to act as a dissemination and communication vehicle on behalf of the Department of Agriculture, Food and the Marine. And this will be made possible through the adoption of a multi-method strategy to the dissemination of project activities and outcomes to all ACUS actors in a manner that can be easily understood and digested. Secondly, there we'll host and support capacity building events and workshops. As we all know, it's important to give multi-actors, EIP Agri operational groups, a platform to connect and share experiences. And this is what CAP Network Ireland will try to facilitate throughout the lifetime of this project, whether that be by hosting thematic workshops, supporting EIP Agri project launches, or organising various conferences related to different themes under the CSP. And finally, there, kind of a new addition to the CAP Network Ireland is the Innovation Hub, and it'll be a core element of what we do. So the management of Innovation Hub activities. So there'll be a dedicated section in the CAP Network Ireland website for the repository of innovative resources. And the Innovation Hub will also have a co-creation function. So for example, the person comes forward with an innovative project idea that they would like to develop. CAP Network Ireland can help to identify partners and potential funding opportunities that are available. At the moment, we're compiling a database of rural and agricultural stakeholders within Ireland to help facilitate partner searches into the future. We're also mapping a kind of joined up funding landscape to assist with identifying funding opportunities in Ireland and the EU. So that brings me to the end of the testimonial. Thanks very much for listening.